What is happening, Dolphins fans?
Hustle hard, hustle every single day. I'll be making moves till I'm buried in my grave.
And welcome to another episode of the Fins Tailgate. I am your host, El Capitan, and today on a two-part series of Stock Up, Stock Down, heading into the 2023 season, we're doing our Stock Down edition. But before we get going, make sure you guys are hitting the like button, subscribing to the show over here on YouTube. Leave us a comment in the comment section. Let us know what you guys think. And also, guys, make sure you're checking out all our great partners we have here on the network. Fanatics link is in the description for all your great football, baseball, and any other sport gear. Help support the show by hitting the link and buying your gear through Fanatics. We also have a link for Backroom Collections. Go ahead and look on Backroom Collections and check out all the great stuff. And when you find something you love, use offer code hashtag TFTG to get 10% off your purchase. So, guys, in our Stock Down edition heading into 2023, the first player we look at is Myles Deiter. Myles Deiter was drafted by the Dolphins in the third round in 2019 out of Wisconsin. He was projected as a guard, and it was picked at 78th overall. He started 95% of the snaps, 15 games, as a rookie and was active as a guard. But the next year, he lost his job playing only 22 snaps, which is weird because he played so much as a rookie and then lost his job to newcomer Solomon Kinley at the time. Then in 2021, he started at center for 8 games, playing in all 8 games, but then got injured again. Now heading into the 2022 season, he again loses his starting job to Connor Williams. Now, I'm not saying that this is the nail in the coffin for Deiter as far as a football player goes, but I am seeing a little bit of a pattern here. He gets his opportunity and a lot of it, and then somebody new comes along and takes his job.
Damn it, they took our deal. Yeah, they took our deal. Took our deal.
That's not a good trend to set in the NFL. He does have enough talent to be an NFL player, but apparently not enough to keep the starting job. Now, I don't forecast Deiter being kicked off the team because he does have some versatility, being able to play all 3 positions inside the line from guard to left guard, center, and right guard. And that's good to have in a pinch, especially if one of those guys goes down and he knows how to work it into the offense and communication and everything like that. But it's not a good sign that Deiter keeps losing his starting job. That's why he's ended up on our Stock Down edition. It's interesting to see how things will shake out here heading into the 2023 season, but I can't see him being the starting center. And as I predicted a while ago when we did sign Connor Williams, I was pretty certain he was going to be our starting center. And lo and behold, up to this point, he's been taking snaps as the starting center. So hopefully Myles Deiter figures some things out, finds his way onto this team in at least a backup role. And when he's called upon, he shows good film out there. This is a contract year for him. So time is a ticking there, Deiter. So we'll see how it works out for him. The next person on our list is Lynn Bowden Jr., a third-round pick picked by the Raiders, then traded to the Dolphins that same year for a fourth-round pick. Projected as a running back, the Dolphins used Bowden a lot as a wide receiver. Playing in 10 games and starting in 4, he had 28 receptions on 37 targets for 211 yards, with 112 of those yards coming after the catch. But last year in 2021, he missed the whole year with a hamstring injury, and this offseason has become quite dangerous for him. A revamped wide receiver room with bringing on Tyreek Hill, Cedric Wilson Jr., and newcomers alike all around, Lynn Bowden is in serious danger of losing his backup role, his third, fourth wide receiver role. Lynn Bowden was looking pretty good, and as a fan, I like what Lynn Bowden brings to the Dolphins. He has that uncanny ability to make the first guy miss. Seems like there's a lot of talent there. But now with this stacked wide receiver room, is he going to be able to overcome guys like Eric Ikuzama as far as in the pecking order goes? Or is he going to keep off guys like Trent Sherfield or Craycraft, who were brought over from San Francisco when Mike McDaniel came over here? It's an uphill battle for Lynn Bowden, and I don't know. I'll be honest. I'm a big fan of what Lynn Bowden does, but now looking back on it and going through the numbers, it's been in a very limited role. And I can't really be certain on whether or not Lynn Bowden will make this team, because it seems like it comes down to him or Preston Williams as far as who's going to get that spot. Now, I personally don't want to see Preston Williams on this football team over Lynn Bowden Jr., but that decision isn't up to me. And if he's still nursing this hamstring injury and it's a nagging, lingering injury, it's going to be really hard to make a roster spot for him when there is so many guys in other position groups that could warrant being kept on the offensive line, in the running back room. There's even a quarterback on the team that people are thinking that we might keep a third quarterback on the team. And all these factors really put a lot of pressure on Lynn Bowden. I'll be keeping an eye on him as the preseason gets rolling, and as you know, his number is called to play. We'll see how it works out. I'm just rooting for you, Lynn Bowden. I think he's got something special, but this league is not forgiving when it comes to guys who are unavailable to it. The next person we have on our list here is Myles Gaskin. Now, Myles Gaskin was drafted by the Dolphins in the 7th round, picked 234th back in 2019. He played in 7 games as a rookie, rushing the ball only 36 times for 133 yards and a touchdown, with also getting 7 receptions for 51 yards, showing that he is the dual threat running back out of Washington we thought he was. In an expanded role in 2020, he ran the ball 142 times for 584 yards and 3 touchdowns, and he also caught the ball 41 times for 388 yards and 2 touchdowns, giving him 5 total touchdowns in 2020. Those numbers, back on a Brian Flores-led team, warranted him becoming running back number 1. They brought some guys in from 2021 to give him some competition, but he emerged as the running back number 1, and having an average from 2021 of 4.1 yards a carry and a staggering 9.5 yards per reception. He earned that role to be the starting role for 2021. Although he had a career best last year with 612 rushing yards and 3 touchdowns, and he also paired that with 234 reception yards with 4 touchdowns, the Dolphins did see the deficiencies in Gaskin's game, coming from him being a blocker, which is something he really needs to work on this year if he wants to make it on this roster. And also, it was pretty clear that he might not be the answer we were looking for when the Dolphins brought in running backs Duke Johnson and Phillip Lindsay to help spark the running game, and immediately came in and did so. Now, I'm not saying Gaskin in this list means he's going to be off the team. In fact, I think he's going to be a hard guy to get off the team. He seems like quite the worker to me, and he always tends to get a little bit better. But with additions like Sony Michel being brought in, who's pretty good at blocking, and Chase Edmonds, who's almost the carbon copy of Myles Gaskin as far as a dual threat running back goes, it's hard to imagine that McDaniel has anything to owe Gaskin. Now, if he does get off this team, I do think we'll see him on another roster and taking significant snaps, but it's going to be a battle for him. They got young guy Zaquandre White is chomping at the bit to get his shot to be on this roster. So I'll be interested to see how things shake out this offseason heading into the 2023 season for Gaskin. But if I had to make a bet, I would bet that he does make it. But the stock is down on him, and getting an all-new coaching staff on here is not not always the best thing for a guy like that. He's a holdover from the last regime. And I mean, let's be clear. They brought in other running backs last year to help out, and that's exactly what they did. And I don't know. Gaskin, to me, is a bit of an enigma. You know, we've seen him as Dolphins fans make big plays in big moments. That Raiders game last year, that catch that he took to the house was really great. But McDaniel is bringing in a new scheme. Now, oddly enough, this new outside zone blocking scheme is exactly the type of scheme that Gaskin fits in. So who knows? But as of this point, and especially amongst the fan base, a lot of fans are writing him off. And that's how he ended up on my stock down edition. So I don't know, guys. We'll have to wait and see where it shakes out. I'm interested to see during preseason and stuff like that. Salvan Ahmed is way down on the list, even though he has a lot of interesting skill set. It's I don't know. We'll have to see how that pans out. But guys, make sure you're hitting the like button, subscribing to the show, and checking out all the great content we have here on the network. Starting with Tonk 7 TMI Tuesdays, live around 9, color commentary, doing some co-hosting there with him. It's a great sports show. Doesn't just include the Dolphins. It does a lot of stuff, but also you guys can catch color on Thursday nights, late night color commentary. Sometimes he's doing it during the day, so keep the notification bell on, please. Saturday night, late night XL with Ali, killing it. He did a fantasy edition the other day, so be able to check that out. Every other day of the week, you got me, El Capitan, doing it right. Make sure to check out all the great shows we got. Go back and look at the stuff. Please, guys, when you watch this video, hit the like button, subscribe over here on YouTube, leave us a comment in there, and let me know what you guys think of all this. Shout out to all the members and all the mods. We really appreciate you guys doing and contributing to the network and show. And we'll see you guys next time.